Chapter 30. The Coup of the Century. A few hours later, Silas and the twins reached the perimeter of the camp. They made good time thanks to Zazu's guidance and Silas's flashlight. They all kept their phones off. The last thing they needed was their parents getting worried. The twins had snuck out. That meant their mom wouldn't notice they were gone until morning anyway. Plus, they had bigger problems. The longer George was missing, the more dangerous it became. He was only a baby after all, and needed constant feeding and attention. Silas started imagining terrible scenarios. Natasha's voice jerked him out of his morbid thoughts. "So who sabotaged the rope bridge?" she asked, climbing through the slats in the fence. She paused and looked back at Silas and her brother, still on the other side of the fence. "We know Scar kidnapped your brother," she went on, "but the accident was before he got out." "Right, I know," Silas said in frustration. "It's been driving me crazy. It has to be somebody who wanted to hurt my family. Even kill them." Silas felt a deep chill rush through him at that thought. The twins shared his uneasiness. "But who would want to do such a thing?" Timothy said in a hushed voice. "Pride Rock is a small place. We know everyone around here." "My brother's right," Natasha said. "We grew up here, remember? Plus, everyone loved your aunt. Why would they hurt her family? Especially when you came to fix up the camp." "Exactly. That's what I can't figure it out either," Silas said, feeling frustrated. The more he thought about it, the more it made his head throb. "But those ropes didn't solve themselves," Timothy pointed out. "We found the evidence. That means someone is trying to hurt your family." He trailed off. Those words hit him all hard. They were all focused on the same question. Who was it? "I wish we could figure it out," Natasha said. "Everything just leads us in circles." "Circles of terror," Silas said with a shudder. Silence fell over their group. They'd reached yet another dead end. Natasha was right. These mysteries only led to more mysteries, not answers. Silas and Timothy joined Natasha on the other side of the fence, each landing with a soft thud. Silas felt relieved at the sight of the gravel trail, signs that pointed back to the campgrounds, and soft light from the buildings in the distance. They'd made it back to civilization, if you could call a wilderness camp civilized. He had a much different perspective, however, now that he'd ventured outside of the Pride Lands. They trekked back, passing the sign that pointed away from the camp and read Elephant Graveyard. Silas perked up. "Wait, I've got an idea. There's one person who doesn't want my family here." "Who?" the twins asked. They all came to a halt, their eyes fixed on him expectantly. "Billy," Silas said in a low voice. The twins looked stunned. "But why?" Natasha said, trading bewildered looks with her brother. "She's a bit strange, that's true. But does that mean she's dangerous?" Quickly, Silas told them about how Billy tried to scare them off when they first arrived in town. "She warned us that bad things happen to folks up here." Natasha shrugged. "Like we said, that's just Billy being superstitious. It doesn't mean anything." "Well, that's not all," Silas said. "By the shed, I caught her telling Archie that she doesn't want my family here. She called us outsiders. She thinks a local should run the camp." That had a bigger impact. "Really? She said that?" Natasha said, sounding more uncertain. "Yep, I'm sure of it," Silas said. "Archie and your mom tried to convince her otherwise." "Wait, is that the same day Zazu lost it at Billy?" Timothy jumped in. "Remember how Mom made us fetch him and bring him home?" "Oh, right," Natasha said. "That wasn't like him. Sure, he calls a lot of gibberish, but he doesn't attack people, just hyenas," she added with a wink. "Wow, you're right," Silas said. "I almost forgot about that part. Billy also yelled at Zazu, saying somebody needed to shut that bird up." The twins looked upset. "Oh, that's terrible," Natasha said, reaching up to stroke the parrot perched on the staff. Silas nodded. "Maybe Billy kidnapped Zazu? Maybe he was trying to warn us about her?" The parent bobbed his head and called his warning. Scarlet, danger, danger, watch out, beware the arch, danger, danger, keep out. Silas took that in. Wasn't Zazu with my aunt the day she died? Silas asked, putting it together. Maybe she saw Billy do something to hurt my aunt. His words dried up. Zazu chirped and bounced on the staff in alarm. Scarlet, danger, keep out. Look, it all sounds fishy, Natasha said, thinking it over, but we need proof to connect Billy to the accident. All we have is the rusty saw and Zazu's riddle, but nobody will believe that. You're right, Silas said. Maybe somebody else knows something we don't know. But who can we trust? Natasha said. I doubt my mom will believe us. She's friends with Billy. Yeah, she'd probably get upset, Timothy added, and ground us for like 1,000,000 years. Same here, Silas said. I'm not sure my parents would believe me either. Plus, I'm probably going to get in so much trouble for running away. Yeah, we'd all be in kid jail, Timothy said. Like Zazu when he's locked up in his cage. Kid jail, Zazu called, making them smile. But who then? Natasha asked. After a long moment, Silas said, Archie. He was really close to my aunt, right? That means he'd want to find out if somebody tried to hurt her. He's also been really nice to me since we moved here. Good idea, Natasha said. Let's go.